And we're joined by a couple of guys from Life Worship, Tony and Nate. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning.
What's going on? Great to have you guys here. You guys have been very, very busy, crazy busy, in fact, getting this new album out. Where do you start with so many different stories and journeys and different people being involved in the album?
Well, I mean, I guess for us, really, the songs do come out of a place of what we're going through as people, but also as a community of believers at Life, our local church, which we love, and I've been a part of for 17 years, and Nathan's been a part of for his whole life. So, I mean, ultimately, we wrote the songs for our church congregation. That's who they're for.
Right.
So, just as a way of expressing their faith and expressing their love to God, and just, you know, and I think one thing we've realised in the process is that it doesn't matter what you go through in life, but pain's universal. The feeling's always the same on the inside. It doesn't matter how you experience it. It always feels that kind of gut-wrenching kind of thing. So what does the song of faith sound like when you're in that place? So we've tried to kind of write songs about that.
Is that what the title of the album is kind of about, Through the Fire? What does that mean?
Yeah, I guess, like, especially as a people that recorded this album, we've been through quite a bit in the last season. That idea of, in the Bible, when those three dudes walked through the fire,
yeah,
and they came out the other side with God, and I think it's just their attitude to actually not bow down to the idols in that time, but it could be sickness, or it could be you're going through a struggle, or whatever, and actually just trust God and walk through that and come through the other side, with Him on your side, and then that's kind of where the idea of that came from.
But I think, often, we were at church on Sunday night and we had Chris Hill with us, and he was just legit as amazing. And he was saying that God does his best work in the dark. In the darkest moments of our lives, that's when God is at the most at work. And I'm just like, man, that's just so true. You feel this sense of, why is this happening to me? And then you just know on the inside that God is with you and He's walking it through with you. And I think the thing I love about what Nate was just saying before about the three Hebrew guys in the fire, was that when they came out of the fire, the only thing that got burned off them was the chains, the ropes that were binding them. They didn't even smell like smoke. They didn't have anything that was bonding them anymore. All the ropes and stuff that were hanging them back and pulling them back, and that's the way I feel like, when you come through the fire with a faith, your faith is stronger. And we want to be the kind of people that when you go through trials of life, you come through, and you don't even smell like it. You don't even stink like, right. Oh man, you've had a tough season. You smell like it. No. I'm full of faith, full of excitement for God. So
people do want to check out the blogs. What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, just jump on our website, lifeworship.org.nz, and there's a whole sort of section there of stories behind the songs, just some of the songwriters telling about their journey in the last few while, and yeah, so it's good.
Cool, man. Okay, so Constant, what's the story with that?
Well, Constant's a great song because it was written by Jono and Geneva, and I don't know if you guys know, but Jono Wilson, our drummer, music producer, was in a head-on car crash just under a year ago, maybe 8 months ago, 8 months. He's the guy who the whole Johnny Be Good project is about, and he's been in our worship team since he was 11, so quite a few years, and
wow.
one of the boys, and
he's one of those guys that literally takes your attention away from the lead singer. Like he's having so much fun drumming. Yeah. You're like, man, he literally steals the show.
Actually, just about everyone we've ever played with, like Kim Wilkes-Smith and Darlene Check, and all these people who've come through life, they're always just captivated by Jono, always have been. So Jono and Geneva had written this song. They were just going through some stuff in their life at the time, and obviously then they had the accident, and Jono was in the Brain Institute recovering for quite some time, intensive care and all that sort of stuff, and we really loved the song, but he just wasn't in a place to finish it, so we finished it for him, and recorded it. It's cool. So it's got quite a special meaning. It's a song of faith about what do you do when you go through tough times, and then you go through tough times and you really have to live it out. So
is that sort of the thing that runs through the album as well? About
yeah, it's real. The album for us is really all about songs of faith. It's not about stories of woe and doom and gloom.
Yeah, right.
what does it mean to have that song of faith when you're in the valley? Because every single person goes through the valley. If you don't, you're probably not actually alive. So you have these moments in your life where you need a song of faith, and I think that's the role of worship, is to go ahead and prophetically declare the song that people need to sing when they're in that moment in their life. And I think that's the great honour about being a worship writer, is to really give language to faith. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's the story behind just about every single song on the album, what it means to us. Another Day, song written about Jono as well. Promises was written in intensive care in Hamilton when Jono had his car crashed by his brother Dave, staring over him, looking at him, saying, man, God, I just don't know if he's going to make it. What are the promises of God? I need to declare them. And then that song came out of that.
And the really amazing thing is that this live recording, Jono actually played drums on it.
Absolutely, yeah.
After the rehab and the accident.
Yeah, well, during.
Oh, during?
He was still in the brain ward. They'd given him time out to come to Life Conference where we recorded that, and he came out that night and we had someone help him up on stage, and he just drummed. And I think you can hear in the recording when you listen to it that the crowd is just goes crazy. So yeah, it's a really, really amazing moment for us. We were all very, very emotional at the time, turning around and seeing our buddy.
Yeah, pretty powerful.
And he was too. He said it was one of the greatest moments of his entire life.
Wow.
Just said he never thought he'd ever drum again.
Wow.
But God had given that back to him. So check it out.
Sing with us. Idols will fall at the name of Jesus. We have decided it's you we praise. Nothing compares to the name of Jesus. We have decided we will lift your name. Idols will fall at the name.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you can hear when the drums kick in that the crowd just goes nuts.
Yeah, well, our whole church have been praying for him, churches all around the country, around the world, and they saw him come on stage and were like, no way, because we hadn't told anyone. And then he's just there, next thing you know, he's on the screen, and everyone just went nuts, like, what the heck? It just did so much for the faith of every believer who'd been praying for him, so
Man.
certainly for us.
You got to
It's
check
awesome.
out the blog, read the stories, because there is so much blood, sweat, and tears, and just real life stories that have gone into this album. And I can see why it's taken, as long as it has, and why you guys are so pumped about it being finished. And we've got so many copies as well to give away over the course of this week and next. Bjorn and I will probably be sparing with them and try to, stretch them out over a couple of weeks, get people to jump through tiny little hoops for them, which is always nice. Thank you guys so much for coming in,
Awesome.
and all the best with the album, man. If people do want to pick up their own copy, where's the best place if they can't win one?
Jump on iTunes or go to any good Christian retailer.
All the best ones. Hey guys, thank you so much, and all the best with the album.
Awesome, thanks man.